more
Caleb was outstanding. Bam was really good.
Was that just his force of will? Was there something you saw, even against their size, with his quickness, you thought he can get to get 16?
Yeah, what Bam is about is just being a great competitor. And, you know, he wanted to make sure that he was going to impose his will on this game, and he did it on both ends of the court and do whatever we had to do to get this win. And, you know, he was setting the tone in that second quarter. And it wasn't just that scoring, but obviously that was big. I mean, he had some, you know, impactful plays, momentum plays, and then defensively he was everywhere. You know, and that's what your leaders, you know, do. You know, in these tough moments of a season, they step up and you just follow them.
We ask you this every year, but it's 2 games in a row now. Bam's hit that above the break three. Is that a shot when teams aren't giving him that space?
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, you know, I had this discussion with him during the summer, and he was working on his corner three, and man, I was cool with that. I want him to work on the three, but I told him that the three that would be more available would be the one at the top. And that's where he ends up being more often. Like the spacing, you know, typically it doesn't make really sense for our roster for him to be in the corner. There's other guys that would be in the corner, but he's up top all the time. And also I watch him, you know, now for several months. That's the one, you know, he's most proficient on. So I'm good with him shooting that. If they're playing way back, you know, he's a great decision maker. So that's going to lead to a great action where somebody, you know, in a deep drop, which is a problem for if you're Duncan's coming off or Jimmy or somebody like that. But if they're going to totally lay off, I've seen him make that one enough. And we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
Speaking of Duncan, those 3 3-pointers to break it open, how important was it?
Yeah, I loved seeing the competitive fire and the spirit, not only from Duncan. You know, I think that was just something that he just let out because the emotion and everything, you know, he wants to make every shot. He doesn't want to let the team down, and you can't control whether the ball goes in all the time, but he always creates something good for our offense when he's moving around, creating overreactions, making plays, you know, off the dribble, all of that. But he's as ignitable as anybody in this league. If he sees one go down, you know, the first one was, I think, end of the clock. And that was a tough one. It's probably one of the tougher ones that he's hit or shot in the last few games. He's had some much easier ones, but I don't know. Sometimes when he hits one of those, it can become an avalanche, you know, from there. But his defensive activity was also very good, and it was great to see the fire. The fire was really coming from Duncan and Caleb. Caleb was his spirit, his voice, his intensity, all that stuff was contagious. He basically let every single person in our camp understand how important this game was. All right, thank you.
Thank you.